I feel that. I think that's when I think that you were channeling your inner, maybe a past life cat. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No, hold on. You're onto something. This is my first human life. And
Whoa.
yeah, and literally right before that, all of my previous lives as a mammal have been feline. I just came back from being
my God.
King Tut's cat.
Holy shit, King Tut's too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know something actually crazy?
Before that, I was Hitler's.
It's the gospel according to Maddie. Sassy, classy, telling Bible stories with a twist so savvy. Hey!
I was doom scrolling when I woke up, as I do.
Me too.
Well, it's a way to spike the cortisol.
Yep.
Dr. Huberman does say spike your cortisol as high as possible, right? When you wake up. Doom scrolling. You're bound to see someone die within 15 seconds.
Spike your cortisol
within waking up.
And immediately drink. So, like, if you're a coffee drinker, don't do coffee, do an espresso shot.
Well,
if you're a soda drinker, do like a Rain energy drink. Shotgun a Rain energy drink that has the 300 milligrams.
If you're like
doom scroll, shotgun an energy drink,
and then immediately after that, I do 5 grams of red dye 40.
You almost have to follow it up with the red 40.
I used to do creatine.
Do you do red 40 Lake?
Well,
do you know the difference?
No. Well, I don't know because I've done both.
Oh, okay.
But I don't even know.
You don't know the difference.
No.
Red 40 Lake has aluminum in it so that it can adhere more to certain textures. So, like, if you pay attention to where Red 40 Lake is used versus Red 40.
Okay.
I think Red 40 is water soluble.
Right. I believe it is.
And Red 40 Lake is water insoluble so that it can adhere to things that have water content, I believe.
That makes sense because when I do put the lake because I sometimes will do it in the espresso shot. Sometimes I'll do it in the cup of coffee that comes after the espresso shot. So it just depends on the morning. But the lake, I noticed that like it won't mix in.
I don't know if you have noticed the same thing, but the lake also gives me a worse drip.
Right. Same.
After railing a line of Red 40 Lake versus the Red 40.
Versus the Red 40. Because, because it makes sense. Because the lake's just kind of chunking up as it goes.
I also feel like the lake doesn't vaporize as well.
On the spoon.
Right.
You're right. So I guess when we get down to it, just pure red dye 40 is all you need. I
like the idea of just mixing it with the espresso shot. Like
it is. It's just a straight to the dome.
May as well have all of your stress and everything wrong with modern society immediately. Just combo a little 3-piece.
I have never felt better than when I do that in the morning. I used to smoke weed in the morning. But it's like red dye 40 has changed my life, you guys. They were gatekeeping that they made us think that it was bad for us. And 5 grams a day in the morning in your espresso shot within 15 seconds of waking up. Like you need to get up, set your alarms, you guys, not only to 4:45 in the morning, but it also has to be the hardest gangster rap that you've ever listened to. It has to, if it has gunshots or police sirens or both, that's even better to wake up to.
When you listen to a song and you feel guilty, whatever exacerbates that the most.
You're going to shoot right up out of bed. No hesitation. You're going to get out to your espresso machine. Pop that doozer in there. Go prepare your red dye 40 scoop, get it in, slam it. And while your espresso shot's brewing, you're going to be doom scrolling. And you're bound to see something to raise that cortisol even higher. You will sleep better. you will just feel better. You will concentrate better.
Well, the best is if you can hit like one of those ultra rare combos where you open your eyes. You've got your eye boogers. You
Right.
haven't even fully opened your eyes.
Yeah.
And the first video on Instagram is somebody just being demolished on a motorcycle.
Yep.
And it's the whole thing. It's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
a better cameraman than a Michael Bay
actually,
movie.
right. I actually saw that from a helmet that fell off of a guy.
Oh, even
And I got to see him in the
from his own helmet.
his helmet camera.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
grand.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that was at 4:47 this morning. So yeah, it's how you got to live in 2026. I don't know what they're doing out. I don't know why.
Just to think that there was ever a time in history that people didn't have racing hearts, super high blood pressure, myriad of mental health issues.
Absolutely stress
Just
beyond. Like unmet it's off the charts stress
off
by
the
this
charts
point.
stress.
Yeah.
And never being able to personally measure up with your peers, or at least your vision of the peers. I just can't believe people lived like that. The fact that everybody that we read about in the Bible is so they're preaching about and talking about a world that I just can't comprehend, where
It's so slow.
yeah,
and quiet.
every minute of my life is not worried about
Ugh.
some war.
They got to watch the stars so long that they made astrology. They got to clock patterns in the way that people were.
But did they get to see POV footage of a Ukrainian getting blown up by a remote controlled drone?
No. And that's 2026, baby. They're jealous. They're jealous.
Hello and welcome back to The Gospel According to Maddie. Thank you for joining us. I'm Drew. This is Maddie.
Hi, welcome to the show. My name's Maddie.
When somebody tells me, and I've said this to people before, who I become good friends with, and I'm like, there's things that I get, frustrated about. One of them is when I say I don't like X or Y, it's this like, oh my, I can't even believe that you don't eat mayonnaise. How? And when somebody tells me they don't eat tomatoes, I'm like, oh, that's cool. So do you just not like the texture? Do you not like the flavor? Just never liked them? Did you have a bad experience? But their reaction to me, oh, cannot believe that you
never.
We cannot be friends
anymore. I know. Which
why does it
I
matter?
Think this speaks
it's
to
literally more for you.
Dude, this speaks to something so much deeper.
Ooh,
like, this
okay.
is metaphoric, bro.
I'm ready for this.
Let's teach a parable, right?
Okay. The parable of the cheese and the no
cheese. The parable
cheese.
of the picky eater.
Ooh.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've got a guy that doesn't like whatever, and people are out here shitting on him all the time. Okay? This is just like people shitting on other people for their sins. Why are we doing that? Like, this is not a journey about someone else. This is a self journey for your soul. This is not for you to do anything else for anybody else's. You're supposed to, yes, raise a child, but like anything, you're not judging. Who the fuck cares what anybody else is doing? 'Cause, and people will probably say it to me endlessly about my profanity. And I'm so sorry that I have the mouth of a rotten sailor. And I'm sorry about that. But I'm not sorry. Because that's who I am. And I have tried to change who I am to mold into something perfect, and I can't do it. Like, it comes off inauthentic. So if you don't like it, like, you don't have to listen to my message. You don't have to, and I'm sorry if it doesn't speak to everyone. But when you have Jesus out here saying woe to you, calling these people broods of vipers, whitewashed tombstones, he was pretty much, come on. Like, that was profanity in its own sense. Words are words. I come from a place of love always. If I'm intentionally harming someone with these words, I apologize, but I don't think I am. I don't think I'm trying to coerce anyone into anything. I don't think I'm trying to manipulate anyone into anything with my words. If it ever becomes that, I hope people call me out for that. But beyond that, I haven't received the conviction to stop talking how I talk. I'm going to reach who I need to reach, who God feels like I need to reach with my message. That's why I have the message I have.
I'm here to coerce you into helping somebody tomorrow.
And that's what Drew's there for.
We are asked to have a spirit of discernment and to not be judgmental. Even Christ, who was, always will be perfect, lived a perfect life. Christ wasn't keen on judgment. So having a spirit of discernment, withholding judgment, and always operating with good intentions from the heart is the most important thing I think I can personally spread as a good encouragement. Just love everybody.
You know,
I stop talking as soon as you start taking a drink. You said so I just, yeah.
and I bet I got all of the chugs on the ASMR. I'm not putting that in because I think people would actually murder me until we start a Bible ASMR. Did you know I learned about ASMR? It's a body up meditation. Meditation in the mind, well, is a, okay, so how am I trying to say this?
I don't know.
Is a body down meditation, and I'm like trying to learn about, different ways, because it's really good for your nervous system to just connect back with your body in multiple ways, whether that's through mental meditation or physical meditation. And one of my favorite, actually, I love dancing. That's a body up, and I've learned that I'm someone who needs to like move more. Like, that's when my creative thoughts come in, when I'm walking or when I'm dancing or after I've done stuff like that. And some people need the mental break and like need to go lay in a hammock in the woods, and get out and just hear nothing. I need to put music on and hear music and like get out of my head that way and get into my body that way. Weightlifting is amazing because it's literally just you and your muscles. That's all it is, because you should be thinking about your muscle as you're working it out. The mind-muscle connection is strong. And so when I am weightlifting, I am so connected to my body, and like, I can't listen to podcasts when I'm working out because I won't hear it. I'm only listening to my muscles the whole time. That makes sense.
Well, then you can hear all the subliminal messages, though.
In the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, actually.
Yeah, all the programming. Like, it gets
Oh my
through perfectly
God.
because you stop focusing on the words. So
Well, I
all you
think,
get is the programming.
you know what I should do?
Uh-huh.
I should take my playlist and reverse it.
Person.
Yeah, you know? Because like, do you remember back in like 2010? Was it like 2010?
When everybody was...
2009, 2010, when everyone was like
It's
on.
always been happening, I noticed.
Oh yeah, but like there was a surge of it, I think, and maybe this was just like the
That
first time I
demons are
see
in
it.
our CDs.
Well, all of that, and like I remember just like listen to this Beyonce song played backwards,
Yeah.
and she's summoning the devil and the Illuminati, which there's so many, like there's a lot of these things that are like so true. But um but allegedly
What do you think they were listening to at the CERN prank in reverse?
oh my god, probably
Weezer's Last
pork and
Christmas.
beans.
Weezer's Last Christmas.
They have a Last Christmas.
I'm pretty sure they've done Last Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave you my fart.
But the very next day,
You gave it away.
gave it away
This year
to save me from tears.
beers. I'll
Oh.
give it to someone special. It's Jesus. I gave him my heart. Dude,
And the very next day,
you
he
gave
kept
it.
it away.
Oh, all the alcoholics will fill up my heart. We'll give it to someone special.
You gave Jesus your heart, he kept it, so you started drinking. Not a good message. Yes, I have salvation in Christ, so I'm going to become an alcoholic.
Well, salvation is transformation.
That's true. Transforming into an alcoholic. I hate alcohol. Transform into...
I want to cut the church argument in half.
Ooh.
But what I mean by that is I got a comment on a video I posted because I'm really trying to break Jesus out of churches. Because churches, I know, I'm sorry, it's gonna hurt people's feelings, but it's,
No, I just said get him out of there.
well, get them out of there. They are controlling people and keeping them in fear. And fear narrows our ability to think logically. The more fearful you are, the less logical you can think. This is science. This is proven science. So, if you are so fearful that God is going to punish you and burn you in hell forever, well, you're probably going to comply to everything that church tells you to do. So, someone commented on a video that I posted and was saying something about how important church is and how Jesus loves church, and we have marriage because it shows how much Jesus loves church. But the church Jesus is talking about is not the building that you go to on Sunday. It's the people that believe in love. That's the church.
It's
the people. It's not a building.
It's the body
people.
of the church, yeah, not the...
Yes. The church, it's not...
It seems like, from my understanding, he could care less what temple you're in.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll bring it back to David. David wanted to build God a house. Really, really bad. And God's like, I don't need a house. I don't need a house because I'm not a guy. So I don't need a house. You don't need to come worship me somewhere. I should be in you. I'm in you, so I should be with you at all times. No matter where you are, I'm there.
But also it very well mimics the fact that once Jesus left his family, he also was not a homeowner.
Yeah. Yes.
God
He
doesn't
wasn't
need a house while he's on earth.
Dude, that's so rad.
As soon as you said that, I was like, wait
Yeah.
a minute. Jesus also was a nomad.
That's so great, Drew. That's awesome. I've never thought that. That's good. Yeah, God was like, I don't need a house, but I guess. And then he builds a temple. I don't think he builds the temple. Who builds the fucking temple?
Is that the first Jewish temple?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep, that's the first temple. Yeah, David's like, please, please, I want to build you a house. And God's like, I really don't need a house.
He's like, please. And he's like, okay, I like
I
you,
mean, I
David.
guess if you want to do it, I like you, David. I like
The
you,
Savior's
David.
going to come through your line. I like you, David.
Well, you can do it. I give you the permission. I knew it. It's King Solomon built the temple. King David wanted
Oh.
to, but King Solomon ended up building it. And he builds, yeah, a nice temple. And remember, he does everything. He does everything under the sun. Do you want to read some King Solomon? Because
For
it ties right back into your little bit you did last week about Jesus and the iPhone.
Solomon's right back to the iPhone.
It kind
too.
of directly goes.
Oh, jeez.
No, this is where it comes. This is where that saying "there's nothing new under the sun" comes from. It comes from Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, but do you think that verse was meant
To say that, no,
to say iPhones, or do you
No,
think it
it
meant there's
means-
nothing good under the sun
I think. Well,
that that hasn't already like?
I think what he's meaning is every generation is the same. You'll see the same patterns over and over. It's the same patterns in different costumes. The same patterns in different generations. The same patterns with new technology. So, yeah, I don't think they had iPhones now that I'm That one's violent today.
Well, it's
That seems a little more violent than normal.
yeah. I'm on auto scroll.
That's King Solomon trying to. What is he?
Well, actually, King Solomon is in Proverbs.
Yes, he is. He wrote Proverbs.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, he did.
He's reading through Proverbs right now. Oh, well, now he's in Ecclesiastes,
And
but he
then
did get to
does
Song of Solomon.
Mm-hmm. He's
He
right.
went right
That's all him
through
right there.
Ecclesiastes.
He's right. That's all him right there. Very, very wise. Very wise.
You know how stupid I would feel
What?
if I got to my life review and actually saw a spirit flipping these pages? I'm like, oh, look.
But it's never gonna stop though until it ends. I don't know. That's just weird that it's, dude.
But it's so like it'll
I
be a couple
know.
pages and then a block.
Yes, and it literally looks like from where I'm sitting, it looks like someone is turning the pages.
Right.
Drew.
And then like this happens.
Yes. Okay, well, what's that page?
Jeremiah 49.
Dope. I've been reading Jeremiah too.
Solomon likes Jeremiah.
Okay. Solomon probably does like Jeremiah.
Concerning
What's it
the
saying?
Ammonites,
Yeah.
thus saith the Lord, hath Israel no sons? Hath he no heir? Why then doth their king inherit Gad, and his people dwell in his cities? Therefore, whoa. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will cause an alarm of war to be heard in Rabbah of the Ammonites, and it shall be a desolate heap, and her daughters shall be burned with fire. Then shall Israel be heir unto them that were his heirs, saith the Lord. Be heir unto them that were his heirs, saith the Lord. Huh.
Okay, what?
What do you think Jeremiah was talking about there?
Where were we? Jeremiah 49?
Yep.
I guess the Spirit is now going to tell us what Jeremiah was telling us.
That would be crazy.
It's probably going to. So here we go.
Sometimes it's so violent.
I know.
It's very weird the indents in the pages move too. Like the whole thing is just
I know. I can't wait for you to see the footage from this angle because
yeah, I don't think I'm ever looking at the screen when I watch the episodes. I don't think I'm ever looking at the screen when anything like this happens. We're in Daniel.
We're thinking. This is the craziest shit.
And I want to know how to describe it. How to explain it, you know? I want to know the answer.
Well, you'd like to explain it through just the air, but it doesn't. It
It's
doesn't.
so...
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obadiah, Jonah, Micah,
He's like, hang on, we need to get
Nahum,
to
Habakkuk.
Revelation really quick.
Well, it is weird because Dolores Cannon says that spirits that are stuck on Earth that don't know that they're dead yet are um can influence the physical world, but like not like they couldn't just throw this book out of my
Right.
hand.
Right.
So it's just like
Yeah.
a maximum of 10 pages at a time is pretty weird. Oh, we're in the New Testament. I'm
Uh-huh.
starting to see red text.
I know. It's really thinking. It's really thinking. Okay. I feel like we've got to be almost there.
We've gone through a lot if we started in Jeremiah 49.
Yeah.
We skipped the rest of Luke and right into John.
I'm going to take you to Revelation.
It looks like it is. If it stops in Revelation, I'm cooked.
God's telling us we don't have very much longer.
Ugh.
It's not something to be afraid of. This is badass. We should all think if we see the day of the coming of the Son of Man that your soul chose to do that. Your soul chose to be a part of that. You're a
That's true.
badass. You're a badass if you chose to be here now.
I'm a boss ass bitch.
It doesn't even matter if you see the day of the coming of the Son of Man. Just knowing what's happening in the world right now, the Great Awakening is happening, and just to know that you chose to be here during this time. Absolutely. I think that's so cool.
We're speaking to the Corinthians.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I remember it was in here somewhere.
Now, I did read that. I know I read that.
We're in Peter.
Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater.
We're in Peter too. Oh, right past the start of John. Oh, 2nd John, 3rd John, Jude.
What's that page say? Oh, yes, I called it.
So it's the end of Revelation 6. But if I do the same thing that I did with the last one, and it's in the same exact spot, which is interesting. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And the last verse is Jeremiah. Is that appropriation? Jeremiah. Oh, hey Jude.
What was the Jeremiah?
49.
Just the beginning of it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Has Israel no sons? Has Israel no heir? Why then has Melech, which is a false god, correct?
I believe so. Well, I don't know. I don't want to.
Taken possession of Gad. Why do his people live in its towns? But the days are coming when I will sound the battle cry, which is crazy. The days are coming which I will sound the battle cry. And then he's like, and here's the trumpet. Isn't that what that just...
Well,
the call of the angels?
It wasn't the trumpet. It's him shouting to the
Yes.
the four angels.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
And he also says in the Jeremiah, he says, you will become your heir to those who are your heirs.
Oh my God, Drew.
And in the Revelation, it says,
Yes.
you cannot destroy the earth until God's chosen have been sealed. Just very just.
What the fuck?
If it's a coincidence, it's weird.
There are no coincidences. Are we gonna believe that? There are no coincidences. I'm not believing that for a second.
So when I
Sorry.
sneezed and I shit my pants, that wasn't a
That's not a
coincidence.
coincidence. You were meant to do that to prevent you. Your angel put that.
Well, I need to go to the bathroom.
And I wish I had more time on this earth.
The best
with-
part is I don't think I've sneezed on this show.
No. But may God bless you. May God bless you from those demons that come through. Can you believe it's negative 500 degrees outside?
I was getting a little bit worried about my drive to work when it started hitting like negative 200.
A little bit.
I
Yeah.
think by the time it hit negative 300, I was like, well, it might as well get colder.
It might as well. There's
Yeah.
like no point in like stopping now. Why
No,
stop
if
now?
you're already at negative 300, it may as well be absolute zero.
Yeah, which we don't even know what that would feel like.
Mhm.
Space is warmer than that. Yeah, I think space.
At least like local solar system, the average temperature isn't.
Yeah. Which I kind of want to talk, I guess if you'll let me talk about
If the judge will allow it.
if the judge will allow it. I've been seeing a lot of people online really like reading the Bible literally, like reading it literally, like God is a man sitting on Polaris.
Does the Bible say God's a man sitting on Polaris?
No, it says that the earth is God's footstool and that his throne is up in heaven. But
I see what you're saying though. Is
people think that
the
he's
sentiment is that
people
God
think he is
this
sitting on
dude.
top of the firmament. I'm sorry. I need to go back to Hooked on Phonics.
He's sitting at
He's sitting
Kaiser Permanente? thought that was a prison.
It's an insurance company.
Oh, it's
isn't
an
it?
Kaiser Permanente. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's
I
insurance.
just remember that. It's like burned into my head.
Permanente.
At Education Connection.
Get connected
for free.
with Education
Connection. Go online.
Well, yeah, that he's sitting on top of the firmament as a man watching us live.
Yeah, I just actually had a brain blast myself that I think
Right now?
people no earlier.
Oh.
You'll know as I start to talk.
Okay.
I had a brain blast today that I think is actually urgent that I share with people. I have this Bible app on my phone, and so I was looking for different translations because I like to cross-reference, and one of the things was I was curious what the most literal word for word for American English translation is, and it's from what I could gather, the New American Standard Bible. And the one that I started with was the 1995 version. And I was reading Genesis, and God is just very beginning of Genesis. God is getting through his creation days, and he creates man and woman in his image. Well, let us create man in our image.
Mm-hmm.
And he creates man and woman in his image.
Mm-hmm.
And it is good, and it was evening, and it was morning, and it was the next day. And we then get to we go through day 7, and then we get to the creation of Adam and Eve. Obviously, we start with Adam. And this realization hit me that the wording is, let us create man and woman in our image. And he created man and woman in his image, and it was good. Then we have, and he created man. From dust, he created man, and man became a living being, and he continues on. And that was important for me to understand that the Bible has been saying it. I think I struggled, and I know that I've heard other people talk about, you know, does there have to be a distinction between making, because clearly Adam was made first and then Eve was made, but he made man and woman.
Yeah.
God created our soul in the image of God. Man is the best avatar for it. Human is the best avatar for it. God created us in his image, and that
He
is,
created your soul.
and the kingdom of God is
Is
within us.
Yes.
The kingdom of God is not a thing that we're waiting to come to this earth.
And it's not external.
Jesus broke the veil between that separation.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not that the kingdom of God ever was necessarily a physical place, for lack of a better word, but that now it's so accessible by following in the footsteps that were laid out for us. And it turns out you don't have to sacrifice babies to have the kingdom of God within you and to tune into
Yeah.
what that is, that love and that good works that's within you that we're all born with, and the world beats it out of you or distracts you, or you're tempted, and
Dude.
all the while you have all of that in you.
Why he is the second Adam. Because oh my God, this is crazy. Because I was just saying the other day, the soul is God. The ego is Satan. Adam let the ego win. He let Satan win. Jesus let God win. He let the soul win. And if you think about yourself, your soul, if you seek your soul wants love. It wants connection. It wants love for everybody. It wants the end of suffering. Your ego cares about you. How can I get further in this life? What do I need to do to get me further? I'm not pretty enough. What do I need to do to make myself prettier? To get farther? That's fucking crazy.
And how great your life can be if you are okay with what you need.
Yes. And I am not...
God will provide your daily manna.
Absolutely. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm out here saying that you are God and that you control the world. That is your ego talking. That's your ego talking. And I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying, I'll explain it again like I explained it to my friend earlier this week. Our souls are like bubbles. And God is a big bubble. And when we come here, we split from the big bubble into a little bubble. And that is why Jesus says, what you do to the least of them, you do to me, you do to the Father. Because you've affected that big bubble. When your little bubble goes back to the big bubble, that's affected. And Jesus proves that that's affected with his resurrected body that still has the scars, still has his wounds. Jesus proves that you have affected the bubble. You take those wounds with you. You take the things that people have done to you with you. So think about that when you do something to someone. You take that back to the bubble. You take that back to God.
It's taken a lot of time, and I will never stop learning and hopefully being better, but trying to keep yourself in the person's shoes that you are impacting. How do you feel when that happens to you? If it's never happened to you, would it feel good? Um,
Yeah, I know. Like you don't have to be homeless to know it would fucking suck balls to be homeless.
you don't have to freeze to death to offer somebody a coat.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go extreme with it.
Oh yeah, go extreme. Let's do it.
Well, just
Yeah,
we're
it's
all
because it's
in
real.
we're all in our own little world, and ultimately your goal is to be the best you and the most good you, but you do a lot of damage by neglecting the other people, and you do way more good than you're ever capable of comprehending by doing good to the other people. It's a very niche subject, but I think it's what we're here for. So I
Mm-hmm.
am going to bring it up. I see a lot of accounts of people having near death experiences. And one of the biggest things that they talk about is their life review. And as
Mm.
Christians, just using discernment, even if we want to look at it from a hypothetical, what if? Because that's what I like to do.
Mm.
What if that is true? What if you get to the end of your life and that is what the life review is? That is what judgment is this thing that you witness. All of these people talk about not only the pain of what it was like to push somebody over in the second grade,
Mm.
but they talk about seeing let's say you buy somebody milk at the grocery store. They talk about seeing the impact of that through the rest of that person's life too. All of that, that good extends just like the bad does. That good extends so far beyond you that not only are you not hurting people by helping everybody, you're helping people that you will never meet because you chose to do good. And it is things as simple as grabbing a cart at the grocery store or opening a door or, the old cliche thing, helping somebody cross the road. These things, you lifting that one container of water was the one container of water that needed to go to the family whose home just burned down, and you didn't even know that water was destined for a church. So do good. I think I've said this before, and it's something I try to live by. Do good for the sake of good. Do good for goodness sake. Truthfully, because good is good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do bad because it's bad, but do good because it is good, not because you're going to get $1 million every time that you shake a homeless person's hand. If you can afford, you have a coupon for 2 Whoppers for the price of one, and you see somebody needs it. Did you need 2 Whoppers? You probably were going to nuke the other one tomorrow, so you
God will
know
probably give you another Whopper tomorrow.
oh, if you share your Whopper,
And you'll
there will
probably
be
get four
another.
Whoppers tomorrow.
Well, yeah, there's going to
And I
be.
think God says that.
Yeah,
Remember when it's the parable where it's the parable of where the guy gives out money. He gives money
and
to
he
people.
expected you to invest it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, those good deeds multiply, and they do, and it doesn't even have to be a Whopper tomorrow. It could be
Right.
it could be when you're down and out and your best friend happens to be in town and happens to buy you a Whopper, and well, you were going to take them out to dinner, but your paycheck didn't come through, and you're late on rent, and these things that just extend so far beyond you, and it's all love and good and being acting with your heart and how your heart would react, I think, is important.
Yeah. Yeah. And just acting out of love, because like we talked about earlier, acting out of fear, you, and no shade, because we've all acted out of fear, but you actually aren't thinking correctly when you're acting out of fear. You scientifically, biologically, spiritually, nothing. You cannot think clearly if you are afraid, because so many other systems have to take over to protect you during that moment. Of course, your brain is going to shut down a little bit so that your nervous system doesn't glitch out, and yeah, you're just trying to survive this world all the time. So it's why the Bible says endlessly, do not worry. Jesus is trying to say, do not worry. Like, you have this within you. This, trust yourself. Jesus was a healer, and he asked his disciples to heal, and he asked his disciples to teach. And I think that those teachings got buried for some reason by systems that wanted to control and keep people fearful.
Well, and I think, and please don't get me wrong, I am the biggest proponent of being part of your group and being part of a church if you find what fits. So do not misunderstand me. But I think the biggest thing is, I think people lost faith in what Jesus shared with the apostles that unfortunately didn't get written down,
Mm-hmm.
and they started having more faith in the church,
Yes.
because the church was all of a sudden their gateway to the salvation message, when like you've said before, Jesus came for the exact opposite, that you could be saved even if even if you can't move your body, even if you can't speak, you can be saved
Mm-hmm.
because Jesus died and opened up that gate for you to realize that kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And, I
Absolutely.
think with what we've been talking about all day, that it didn't necessarily get buried, but it was easy to stop talking about because the people who were still preaching those things, the, you know, these wrongdoers, I guess, to be nice, started realizing the gains from tithing again,
Yep.
just like the synagogues had.
Yep.
And now you've got, I really hate to say this, but this is the place to say it. Is it profitable that everybody is saved as long as they're doing their best and not doing outright evil? Or is it profitable that you need to be saved yesterday because you're
Mm-hmm.
doomed for hell?
Yep.
You're going to be lucky if you make it to a good ending.
Yep. 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 And if you don't pay tithing, fuck. Like, you're
That,
already a sinner.
yeah, that's already a major one. At the
I
very
wouldn't
least,
be
you need to
playing around with
repent.
not, yeah. Like, you should be giving, yeah. But
And
I've
I'm not
heard,
even anti tithing, but
right.
this idea, you know, without saying anything specific for multiple reasons, um, in an area that I've lived before, um, during the pandemic, it was asked of a certain group of people that even if they couldn't afford their house payments, that they were making their tithing.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus wasn't anti-tithing, but he's definitely anti-putting yourself out to give money to the church.
Yep. 100%.
He did not ever envision that the church would have everything.
Giving endlessly is not always love.
Unless you have endlessly to give, and nobody
and
does.
and not even Jesus had endlessly to give. It's why he didn't heal everybody.
Well, and he withdrew from things
He
when
did.
things got too heated.
He did.
He knew the limits
did.
of what.
Of not only himself, but of other people too. He did. He was such a model of how we should be.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
mean,
that's the thing of what you had said, being in tune with God rather
Mhm.
than being in tune with the ego.
Yep.
And that he was able to set aside well, I can keep preaching.
Yeah.
The crowd's only going to get bigger.
Right.
Oh, maybe the wrong eyes are going to start
Yep.
to see me.
I'm
And then I
gonna
won't be
say
able
my
to share the
piece.
message.
Yep. And you know what? I kind of totally understand why he retreated so deep into the wilderness and like got so far away from people, because even just the video I put out yesterday, it's a hot topic, and it's like it's controversial, and so it hits your nervous system.
Well, and
Like it causes not anxiety, but just like it stirs you up. So of course he's delivering controversial messages to people. And I'm sure it's stirring them up too. He's doing this in public, and I'm just getting comments on my phone.
But he's also bearing the weight of the world, so I can even more understand the withdrawing, because he's just felt who knows what, while also delivering these heavy messages that are controversial and not.
mainstream. He was challenging people's entire belief systems.
He was challenging a way of life.
Yes. Yes,
what
he
was
was.
expected of you.
Yes. He was.
Because I think I've mentioned it on here before, if not I've mentioned it to you, that the word that's translated to belief in English, for those of us who are not native Hebrew or Greek or Aramaic speakers, is to live like, to be like. So these, you have to, if you're gonna believe in things, you're living like them. And all of these people were living like all of these rules that they were given. And then this guy comes in and goes, whoa, guys, so yes, these things have been asked, but we're going the extra mile with this, but we're not going the extra mile for another human. We're
missing the mark
on everything.
on everything. We lost the plot.
100%.
And I like to think about like this, like the Pharisees not healing the man on the Sabbath because it's the Sabbath.
Because it's the Sabbath.
And then I just want to think about, you die and your soul goes up to the bubble, and there's that guy that was suffering on the Sabbath. What's going to matter more now? What matters more now that everything's removed? The man suffering or the Sabbath?
And I have to say something crazy that I just thought.
Say it.
On the seventh day, it is written that God rested. It is not written that God stopped being God on the seventh day. And to live like God would and to live like Jesus would is absolutely respect the Sabbath, but don't watch your brother bleed out.
Yeah. No.
That's
And that's
more disrespectful. You may as well have just gone to work if you were going to disregard a human life.
And honestly, God rested from work on the seventh day. Like, we don't know what, like,
Don't work the field, don't do
yeah,
chores, don't.
he didn't say don't heal people. Like, it was a very quite simple instruction.
I'm
Like,
sure
just don't work that day.
he
And then
probably
these,
hung out with Adam and Eve.
right, he was
If I'm so
chilling.
bold.
Like, we're just chilling. We're just big time chilling that day. And so I'm sorry, but like, it was almost too simple of an instruction. Just like, rest this day. And they were like, I'm literally not going to lift a finger. Don't make me open an eyeball. If I didn't have to breathe, I wouldn't today. Like, lazy pieces of shit.
I'm actually not breathing for Lent.
I'm actually getting up breathing for Lent. I know this wasn't linear, but neither is healing. And I hope, we did kind of crack open a few things and probably say a few things that people that have grown up in churches will call blasphemous to the end of the world. But even if you believe that, I encourage you to maybe open your mind just a little bit, and go back and only read the red letters just for one session. Just go back and just read the red letters and see what that's telling you. Just see. And then compare that to any sermon you've had, any belief that you've been told is the truth, and take it back to Jesus. That's what I do. And I'm finding a lot of these things directly contradict him.
Do you think they make colorblind Bibles?
Oh my God. I hope so. If you're colorblind, get a colorblind Bible. If not, we're going to make those. We will be printing red letter colorblind Bibles
If they don't exist.
if they don't exist by the end of 2026. Yeah, we will be printing. I don't care what you say.
I don't have the funds to start
We
a
will
Bible.
have what we need. God
We
will
were on a break.
We will have what we need. God will provide it. God provides our daily bread.
That's true, I guess.
And if the
if
world
I asked for the means to make a Bible.
Yeah, if the world needs a Bible for colorblind people, the world gets a Bible for colorblind people. Also, I wanted to print just a red letter book. Just the red letters.
That will not have the flow.
Well, it won't have the flow, but you can take his red letters. You maybe not like things like you could take all of his parables and put them into a book. Because his parables are usually parables followed by what he told his disciples.
I want a Bible that's just the articles.
I want a Bible that's just the genealogies.
I want a Bible that's just prefixes.
Ooh.
I want a Bible that's all commas.
I want a Bible that's only footnotes.
I want a Bible that's just the verse numbers.
I want a Bible. Thank you for listening this week. Thank you for opening your heart. And I cannot wait for next week. I'll be 30. I'll be 30 by next week. So rock on, motherfuckers. I am so happy to be taking you guys with me. 30 is going to be the best year so far. I have a feeling.
It'll be one for the books, as they say.
One for the books.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. As always, thank you for mindlessly having it on in the background that maybe just the slightest suggestion might hit your ear and you'll tune in.
You'll never see me again. I don't need too much, just somebody to love. Do you like how I did that? I just like flowed those two right together.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I'm gonna take that to the bank.
Take that to the bank, cash it, get a loan with it.
Give it to your mother for this fucking house, dog. I'm gonna buy it from her.
Spend the entire loan on a car. Crash the car, total the car, get no money back. Default on the loan. Go to a Bears game. Get blacked out at a Bears game. Get banned from all Bears games. Get another loan. Cash out the loan. Crash out. Buy another car. Lose the car. Default. Go to prison for tax evasion.
And then while you're in prison, you boof some cocaine and it has fentanyl in it and you die.
Oh no, it's the prison Diddy's in.
He mixed it with baby oil
Oh,
before he boofed it.
no.
Do you know what boofing is? Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
There's a weed called super boof that I like. I do be liking the
Do you think
super
that's where the
boof.
name originates?
Of super boof? Of the weed? Yes,
Yeah.
it is about boofing. I guarantee whoever made that name boofed a little puff into their girlfriend's asshole, and she was like, "Ooh, it tastes like berries."
This cannot be part of my Christian Minecraft server at all. This is where I pump the brakes. Fruity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Peanut butter.
Join us next week for
Horror?
an episode centered around
Your mom. You'll never see me again. Why am I mixing those songs?
I don't know.